All right, guys, we're here with Paul Pan, one of the designers, right?
Yeah.
With DJI, and he's been around here for a long time and very knowledgeable about the new Ronin S. So tell us, what is new with the Ronin S?
So the Ronin S is our first single-handled system that's been made specifically for DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. It is something that we've been developing essentially since when we started doing the Ronin M. We always had the idea of trying to make that into a single-handled system because we were finding so many people taking the handles off and then using it just like one-handed gimbal. And so we then started to develop the Osmo series, which have been single-handed, but they are using our cameras. This is something that we've made for third-party cameras. It's got everything that our recently launched Ronin 2, the professional gimbal, has. It's got the same technology. It has push, tilt, push pan. It has very strong motors. Now the difference compared to other gimbals on the market is that, as you can see, the motor is not blocking the screen. Typically you have a 90-degree angle, whereas ours, we have this 45-degree arm. Now what this does is, not only does it not block the screen, it allows you to do transitions from high to low, low to high, without the motor ending up in front of the lens.
No, it's very cool, very cool. One thing I really do like is the added joystick here. It's a little bit bigger than any of the other joysticks you've had on the Osmo. But one question I have for you is, you know, in some of the cheaper gimbals, which I'm not really a fan of, if they become out of balance for whatever reason, they kind of rack back and forth. And I've heard of people breaking the lens. What is really the way that you would go about balancing the camera on here? And would that happen where it would like rack back and forth and kind of hit the lens and break it by chance?
The only time that would happen is probably when something comes loose. Like, let's say the entire system comes loose and then the camera falls. The gimbal itself, we have reduction in power, like similar to the same technology that we have on the Ronin 2. It's not going to suddenly just drop power. The power slowly decreases.
Gotcha.
And so it's not just going to suddenly do this and then try to pop back up. It's going to slowly drop if it's out of balance. The other thing that we have is, because you're not having to fiddle with an app and tune, we have a quick auto-tune where you press the mode button and the trigger button at the same time and it was auto-tune. You don't have to pull out your app to do that.
That's really cool. Now, so whenever I change lenses, though, I would have to rebalance it or use that auto-tune function, correct?
Yeah, depending on how big of a difference the lens is. But if the lens is not that big of a difference from lens to lens, the motor should be able to handle the power.
What would you say is like the biggest lens you could have on here? I mean, because you got a pretty sizable lens on this thing right now.
It's not so much the biggest lens, it's more of if the lens is front heavy, you have to slide it back. And so physically, you're going to end up hitting this. And so we will have a counterweight system which will allow you to push the camera forward and not have to slide it back so far, and then you just have a weight here because our motors are so strong.
It's very cool, very cool. I'm really excited about this. One question I have, I noticed this is an accessory for the Ronin S itself, correct?
This is currently a prototype. This is the same type of stand that we have for the Osmo series, but the one that's going to be released with the Ronin S is going to be specifically designed for this.
That's very cool. Now, would you have like some sort of larger suction cup too if you wanted to, say, mount this on a vehicle or mount it in another place?
We will have multiple ways of mounting. So right now, these two sides, they are data ports, but they also are mounting ports. The other thing, let me just turn it off. Okay. The other thing that we have is a third mounting point here. So this is the battery system.
Very cool.
If we were then to remote mount the battery somewhere else, and then have this mounted to the car, now this locks in place. The the battery then powers through a wire.
Wow.
And then now you have an additional mounting point plus the quarter 20 on the bottom.
That's very cool. So that battery, what type of time could we expect to get with the Ronin S on that one battery, and what type of battery is it?
It is a smart battery like our flight batteries, and also like the Ronin 2 system. The battery itself, we are not releasing the exact specs yet.
Oh.
And so we'll have a lot more details as we get closer to shipping this one.
Very cool. Awesome. So when can we expect to see it in the market?
The expected release time is Q2 of this year.
Awesome. Well, Paul, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank
you for being on. Guys, you just got a first look at the Ronin S here at CES 2018.